Okay, we're going to muddle our way through a S5L. Alright, so I've put in the S5L pattern over here. Remember, this is always P4 tuning in the patterns. It's very important to remember. Definition of a pattern is P4 tuning. It's how it would play on the bottom 4 strings, or how it would play on the top 2 strings, but not how it would play on all 6. Because of the tuning difference, you have to move something of these over. Now, I'm doing patterns here that are going to fit right on the fretboard, so it would be kind of legal to just put the 3/5 over here, but it's not wise. It'd be fine, but it'd be misleading. Why is it okay to put it already warped over? Because these patterns are meant to fit right in here. We're going to play these patterns for the rest of our life or something. So why not memorize it like that? The reason is because, let's say, whoops. Okay, I lost my pattern. We lost everything. Hold on. Okay, I brought the pattern back up there. Let's hope we remember what I was going to say. The reason why we're going to play this S5L every time because it fits onto 6 strings. It fits onto 5, and then with the 1 string shape up here, which is the defining string shape, a nice G up here, right? Oh boy. Looks like we're getting zonked by some of these. One more click ought to do it. There. So, you know, this 6/7 root goes here without the 7. Okay, let's not do that. So the way we have it, the reason why it's unwarped here is because you may want to start this pattern from another string where it would hit the warp. So it's, you know, if you're going to learn this pattern, you look at it like it was an S5L, which has the 2 alias to the right, 5/6 sandwich alias to the left. So it's that right and that left. It's got that 7L shape. So that's what the shape that you want to remember, and then put it through the tuning warp. Okay, so if we start this, if we want to start that, let's say we want to start that from an equal note up here on the string. Okay, we'd do this. But now we'd warp it up early. So it's got nice aliasing up on the top 2 strings. And that's a nice way to play the C box. You just start a C shape on the bottom and then go into an S5L. I think that's how we have the C, but the C you can also do it in S2L, S3L, and then a C shape on top. So that's why we have to show this unwarped here. So you got to memorize the pattern shape. That's all you have to memorize, and that you know when you hit string number 5 from the bottom, or string number 2 from the top, coming up from underneath it, from higher numbers, you have to warp it up a 1 fret, half tone. Alright, so that pretty much finishes the G shape. We've got that pentatonic. Did I quite play it for you at all? It was, so we've got the G pentatonic now. here it is. It's a G shape starting out, a built-in G shape, then an S3S, then a C shape. So we've still got that 7L shape to it. Okay, so it's we warp up that C shape, and then on top we have a G shape, which is pentatonic. And then by memory, I just with the G shape, I just go. I got my minor third, but now we're going to go to a short string of 3 there, S3S, and then I've got the long one on top. Even though, and that's an S2L on top there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. That's an S2L. And we can play the C just like that. S2L into an S3L warp. And that's the top of an S3L, so that's nice. Let's try that one more time. We start that S3L. Okay, so we're done with the S3L there. Then we just do I used to call this a repeat of the bottom string. You can always cheat and go, oh, I'm on the last string. Just repeat the bottom string. Now we would call it an S1C. But with the S5 technique, okay, the S5L, once again, with the pentatonic, what will we be playing over there? That E shape. Well, I'm doing it here with the pentatonic, but I had told you that if we wanted to start this thing over here, our S5L, so we would be doing an S1C here. Remember, S1C, this should be easy. This is easy because remember the string shape got a promotion. Not only is it the bottom string now, it's the defining string of the C cage. Okay, so let's move along. Now, the G shape in caged goes to the A shape, right? Cage GE goes to the E shape in caged. So our E shape, let's look at our E shape here. So our E shape, here's the G shape, goes to the 5th of G is D. Okay, so the 5th of G is D. Borderline neighbors. On top we have the E shape. Okay, we're not going to look at the E shape now. We're going to look at the D shape. So we just go along, and the E shape's waiting for us over at the end. Hey, don't forget me. Okay, so the D shape here is going to have an S1D on top, and I like to see it like this instead. I don't like this, but this arrow means it's already warped over. That's where it's going to actually sit. We're not going to play the 4. That looks kind of sloppy, but it's good for teaching. This is what it really is, and I think this is what our final configuration is going to be. But we don't need the 4. See, this is where it gets a little complicated, because we're doing pentatonics. The question is it really going to fit right there like that? Where's it going to lie? Let's look up here. Let's cheat up here. See, it isn't right. It isn't really to the left. It's going to end up something to the right of the pattern itself, at least, by 1. So it'd be something like this. Pretty much where we would put it. And that's not because of the tuning warp. It's because of the size of the box itself. The 2 doesn't start, because we have the patterns will go over. Here's an S2L, here's an S3L, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 root 2. It goes over, and that's why you can't play that from the fret.